Why narcissists ghost you after showcasing high interest. What are they really after? When someone suddenly stops all communication without explanation, it can be confusing and hurtful, especially after they initially showed high interest. Here are 5 reasons why a narcissist might ghost you. 1. Fear of confrontation. Ghosting can be a way for a narcissist to sidestep the vulnerability and potential exposure that comes with confrontation. Narcissists have a fragile self-esteem, hidden beneath a facade of superiority. Direct confrontation risks challenging this carefully constructed image. If a situation calls for them to acknowledge any shortcomings or mistakes, it could shatter the perfection they strive to maintain. Ghosting allows them to avoid that risk entirely. For a narcissist, showing vulnerability is unacceptable. It threatens their sense of invulnerability and control. By ghosting, they can maintain an appearance of strength and certainty without the messy process of dealing with uncomfortable emotions. While if they were to engage in a direct conversation about issues, it could lead to questions, accountability, or even criticism, none of which serve their agenda of always being right. Ghosting eliminates the need to explain themselves or provide justification, keeping the narrative firmly in their favour. Confrontations often require empathy and genuine communication. Narcissists typically struggle with empathy, so they may not want to invest the emotional energy required for a meaningful exchange. Ghosting not only cuts off the interaction, but it can also leave the other person feeling confused and destabilized, which further reinforces the narcissist's control in the relationship. Ultimately, any form of confrontation might be perceived as a personal threat. A narcissist's ego is extremely sensitive to even mild criticism. Ghosting is a defensive maneuver designed to protect their self-worth. By disappearing, they effectively shut down any opportunity for their ego to be challenged or wounded. 2. Change of heart. Narcissists are chameleons. They constantly shift the persona to suit their needs. One moment they might shower you with attention and admiration, and the next their feelings shift abruptly, leading them to ghost you without warning. They base their interactions on what benefits them at the moment. When their attention shifts or a new source catches their eye, they can quickly lose interest in you. They cultivate a false character that adapts to impress or manipulate others. This mask can change rapidly depending on their current desires or goals. When the act no longer serves them, they vanish, leaving behind confusion. Their feelings are typically transient and self-serving because their emotional connections aren't deep or genuine. They can switch from affection to indifference almost instantly, and this may often be used as a form of manipulation and control. By abruptly ending the interaction, they avoid confrontation and any potential exposure of their true unstable feelings. 3. Commitment issues. Narcissists often struggle with commitment because it forces them into deeper emotional involvement, which is something they typically avoid. Commitment requires a level of emotional exposure that can reveal the narcissist's true self, flaws and all. To protect their carefully constructed image, they might choose to disappear, rather than risk feeling exposed or criticized. Deepening a relationship means sharing power and control. Narcissists thrive on controlling their environment and interactions, so commitment can feel like a threat. A narcissist may fear that commitment will force them to confront responsibilities or criticisms they are not prepared to handle. Ghosting helps them evade these potentially challenging situations. They view relationships primarily as a means to garner admiration and validation. As a relationship deepens, the initial thrill of the chase can diminish. If they sense that the dynamic is shifting from being a source of constant attention to something more balanced, they might ghost to keep the spotlight on themselves. Four, personal circumstances. When a narcissist faces significant stress, such as problems at work, family conflicts, or health issues, they may feel overwhelmed and unable to sustain the idealized version of themselves. Ghosting becomes an escape mechanism, allowing them to avoid further scrutiny or vulnerability during a challenging time. Personal setbacks or failures can hit a narcissist hard, as these events threaten their carefully constructed self-image. Rather than addressing the issue or seeking help, they might choose to withdraw from relationships to protect their ego from perceived criticism or judgment. 5. Self-centered behaviour. Narcissists often ghost as a manifestation of their self-centered behaviour. They view relationships primarily as a source of admiration, validation, or utility. When someone no longer serves that purpose, or if the dynamic changes in a way that no longer benefits them, they may ghost without hesitation. Their self-centered focus means they often disregard others' feelings. Ghosting is an easy way to remove an interaction that might require empathy or emotional engagement, qualities that don't align with their self-interest. Investing time in explaining themselves or addressing any conflict is seen as an inconvenience. If a situation becomes too demanding or doesn't continually feed their ego, ghosting allows them to disengage quickly. It may also serve a tool for a certain dominance. By disappearing suddenly, the narcissist maintains control over the relationship narrative, reinforcing that the terms of engagement are dictated solely by them. Narcissists may initially show a high interest to secure admiration and validation. However, once their needs are met or their interest shifts, they may ghost to avoid vulnerability, confrontation, or commitment. Their self-centered nature leads them to withdraw abruptly, maintaining control over the relationship, whilst sidestepping accountability and any emotional discomfort. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button to receive the notifications. If you would like to support the channel, you can donate at paypal.me/Narc Survivor. You can book a one-on-one with me on my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.